Alright, hey, welcome back to Car Talks, where I rant, ramble, rave, and word about my thoughts on training, life, and fitness. A little bit more life today, and just because I mentioned it in another video just a second ago that I was filming for these Car Talks, and realized it's worth actually going in depth on the concept of my truth. I'm just living my truth. I'm not a huge fan of that phrase, and I think because when we really look at it, two truths that contradict each other cannot exist in the same sphere, right? I think a lot of times we look at something from from different perspectives, and we're trying to claim that we know the truth when we're not looking at all angles, right? And so everybody's like, oh, well, I'm just living my truth. Well, if two truths contradict each other, if two truths contradict each other, then they're lies, right? So I think a lot of times we get caught up in only wanting to see our own perspective and living out our truth, so to speak, but we're failing to see the whole picture. And if we're failing to see the whole picture, we're destined to fail in the end, right? And obviously that's not the end goal. We don't want to fail at whatever we're doing. If you're looking at something, or you're looking at any kind of situation, I just saw a really good video on this today that showed 3 different camera angles that told 3 different stories of one single situation. One video showed, one angle showed this guy running away from a car. Another angle showed this guy, same dude, attacking this other guy. And then a third angle showed why the guy was running and why he tackled the guy, because it was to save his life from concrete blocks that were falling from a crane, right? And I think that's one of those things that people, forget about, is like, if your truth was the guy running away from the car, right? Well, your truth contradicts the truth of the person who said he was running to attack a guy, right? Those two truths contradict each other, and they're contradictory to the truth of the guy was running to get somebody out of the way. And I think a lot of times we fall into that space and that mindset of social media where we're like, I'm just living my truth. Well, if your truth contradicts, multiple other truths, one of those has to be one of those has to be true, and multiple can be false. So, and then you're just living a lie. I don't know. It's just one of those things that kind of grinds my gears, and figured it was worth going on a rant on. So that's just my opinion on it. And until next time, we'll see you in the passenger seat.